All right, you guys, so first things first, what you want to do before cutting a waver, you want to make sure you comb the hair out first. What this does, it lifts the hair off of the scalp, making it easier for the hair to feed in the teeth of the blade when you're cutting it down. So my client wanted a 1.5 on the top, so I went ahead and grabbed my 1 guard with the lever fully open, and I'm going with the grain of my client's pattern, making sure I go not too super slow, but I'm going at a decent pace. You don't want to cut through the hair really quick. You know, you want to make sure that you're getting every hair and go over it multiple times to make sure it's at that length. So when it comes to cutting the crown, I'm gonna stay away from the actual crown as much as possible because I'm gonna leave that area a guard size higher, right? So right now, I have on my 2 guard with the lever open, and now I'm going around his crown, making sure that I go with the grain. The reason why you would want to keep this area thicker is because this area is harder to wave up. And when you cut it down the same length as everything else, this area tends to get lower, right? So waves is basically, curls laid down. So you want to keep that area a lot higher so it's easier to wave up. Now starting on the taper, I'm gonna set in my bald line with my trimmers, right? And I'm gonna set it in a rainbow-like shape. These trimmers are not zero gap, so they're not gonna cut as low as if you were to zero gap them. So keep that in mind when you're putting in this bald line. Next guideline I'm gonna set in is with my clippers with the lever fully open, and I'm maintaining that shape as much as possible, going up about a 1/2 inch, making sure I brush it down as I go. Next, with the 1 guard with the lever open, I'm going up that same width, about a 1/2 inch, making sure that I use my corners to maintain that shape, right? And really pay attention to how the hair grows, because that's the direction you want to cut against. So next, I'm gonna work on going back down. All I did was close the lever on that 1 guard, and now I'm just using my corners to soften up that middle line. Putting on the 0 guard with the lever fully closed in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Now keep in mind that I'm using my corners the entire time, and I'm really paying attention to the direction that the hair is growing in. And this might not even be like the last step of trying to get out this middle line. This is just me trying to take it out with the 0 guard closed as much as possible. So in some cases that the 0 guard closed can't take out everything, I like to open my lever, no guard, and just kind of detail them areas where I see bulk. Now lastly, as far as taking out these guidelines, with the lever fully closed, flick out that bottom line. Now you could do this either 2 ways. You could set the lever halfway, soften up that bottom line, and then close it and take it out fully, but I like to just close the lever and open the lever as I go up. Now with the 2 guard with the lever open, I'm just gonna clean up the bulk that's on top, making sure that that transition into, the waves are, as perfect as possible. And lastly, what you want to do once you set in your guidelines, you've taken out your guidelines, you debulked at the top, you want to make sure you detail your work. That's extremely important. That separates you from just being an average barber, right? What I like to do is I like to refer to the mirror, look at the mirror, look at the cut, the mirror is going to show you a different perspective on the blend than just seeing it head on. All right. Also, if you don't have access to a mirror, that's fine. Just look away from the blend, come back, and you'll start seeing areas that you didn't see just staring at the blend, right? So give your eyes a chance to rest, come back to the blend, start detailing those areas where you see bulk by using the corners of your blades. Now, as far as the back goes, I use the same exact steps. The difference is it's a lot more room to work with. You don't have to, just confine yourself into just using your corners. You can actually use the full blade, right? So it's a lot easier. But if you're in school right now, you guys want to memorize these steps. This is gonna, have you more efficient at cutting hair. It's gonna improve your time. So memorize these steps. It's the bald line, lever open, one guard open, clear out the bulk on top, come back down, knock out that middle line. You could either, soften up the middle line using the one guard with the lever closed, and then take it out fully with the zero guard with the lever closed. Then lastly, knock out that bottom line with the lever fully closed. Adjust your lever as you go up. I use these steps on everybody, so don't think that you have to use these steps for a different type of texture. So before I attack the lineup part, I always like to prep the lineup first before, just diving in and lining my client up. Sometimes I'll do different things to prep it. In this case, I'm using the shaving cream to clean out any dirt that's in his hair, around their forehead, just to clean everything on the lineup. I'm gonna add a hot towel as well, because wavers tend to have grease in their hair, and you really don't want to wash their hair to kind of disrupt the waves that they have. So the best thing to do is just add the shaving cream just on the tip of the line and clean it that way. Now, if you're a beginner, I do not recommend using enhancements. I say perfect the cut first before you start using enhancements. You don't want to just start using enhancements straight out of school or even in school. Your 5 year in is not going to look like what you're doing now. You know what I mean? 5 years from now, you're going to get a lot better and use that time to, perfect your craft and do it without enhancements instead of, using it as a cover up type of thing. But the enhancements that I use is Kiss Express 98 black, right? Do not get jet black. Jet black will turn purple. So make sure you get that K98 black. And what I'll do is I'll mix it with alcohol. Basically, the ratio is 50-50, 50% Kiss, 50% alcohol. Mix that together in a bottle so you don't have to keep mixing it. So with this pencil is another form of enhancements. is basically called the Barber Magic Pencil. When you put this on, it really makes the lineup pop because it adds like this lighter contrast between the skin and the hairline. And finally, you want to give your client a freehand trim. This knocks off all the frizzy hairs. This makes the haircut look complete, right? This makes the haircut look extra fresher because you're not having all that, you know, straggly hairs up top sticking up. So make sure you go behind it with some scissors or do like I'm doing with the clippers, just freehanding it. But you're gonna have to have a steady hand doing this. The best way I can explain how to, you know, freehand properly is by placing that back blade on the head flat and just kind of coast over it. But make sure that back blade is pressed down. Listen, let me tell you why they call me 360. When they sit in my chair, I spin them in the full 360 and they come out looking like,
oh, baby, give me one more chance.
YouTube, this is the cut. And if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, HustleDreamProduction, that's my brother. He does all my beats. His YouTube channel will be linked in the description below. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, if you want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, links to be in the description below. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My TikTok is official360Jeezy, and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here.